Hey guys, welcome back to Let's Play Star Ocean 2. Last time we did more item creation, customizing all of the ultimate weapons we can get at this point in the game. This time we're moving on to blacksmithing. Now, in order to do blacksmithing, we'll want to activate Orchestra, as per usual with all of our item creation at this point, and go into super specialty, blacksmithing, and let's start with meteorites. Now, the reason why we're going to start with meteorites is they create some of the items that we actually need, even if they fail. Even with things going right there, even with Orchestra going, you're not going to succeed 100% of the time with this. It's just not going to happen. The Star Guard, this is the ideal one that you want to get. Now, on Raina's Path, I'm going to get one of the other ones as well from using meteorite. But on Cloud's Path, I don't need to. And no, not customize. I'm still, my mind's on last episode. So what we want to do is we want to create 4 Star Guards. I'm going to do the rest of them off screen, but I want to at least get lucky enough to create one of the items that I want for Raina's Path on this one too. Okay, I just got super lucky because that's like one of 4 options. So I'm going to save because that is incredibly lucky. Normally you go this and because it's one of 4 different options or one of 3 different options, you get the one you don't want most of the time. So I'm going to save because I've got 3 of the 4 that I need, and that is awesome. Okay, so we want to create 1 more of those. But this looks like it's the item I want on Raina's Path, these Star Greaves. So what I'm going to do is I'm not going to get bunny shoes on Raina's Path there, and instead we're going to go with the Star Greaves. They're nowhere near as good, but they're pretty much the best greaves we can get at this point. So doesn't really matter on this path. I've been using alchemy to create a whole bunch more meteorites and all the other things that I'm going to need for this. It's what I would recommend doing is if you're going to be item creationing these things through blacksmithing, is save before you start. And if you spend too much time trying to get some stuff like getting star cloaks, which you don't need, wasting all of your meteorites, then reload. Which is why I saved after I got all 3 of those things, because this is what normally happens. We get all the things we don't want. So I'm going to reload and get the final Star Guard that I need, and then I will see you in a moment. Okay, so the next thing that we want to create with blacksmithing requires using mithril. I would like to get some mithril shields. 1 or 2 of them depending on your path. There's 1. Can I get really lucky and get 2 of them? There's only 2 different things you can get here. 1 is what we want, and the other is a mithril coat that we don't want. We already had access to mithril coat. In fact, I think somebody came equipped with it. And mithril mesh we don't need either. So let's take a look at all those things since we got them. But we could steal a mithril mesh off of Claude on Raina's Path in Central City, I believe. But yeah, completely unnecessary here. I can't remember what else I got, but anyway, I'm going to reload and we'll try again. Okay, let's try this again. A little bit of mithril. Hopefully we'll get the other shield that we want. I believe that's only the first one since I reloaded. So let's see if we can get another one. Probably not. Anyway, you get the picture. I'll get the other one off screen. But now that we've done that, what exactly are we going to do next? We could create some more items, but not a lot of it's all that good. I wonder how we're going to get better items through blacksmithing. Well, we actually need another item to go with for item creation to improve our chances and our ability to create some new items. In order to do that, which one is it? I think it's this one. Yeah, you knew they were going to do this, didn't you? Pretty much every game back in PlayStation era had a secret hidden island with a hidden shop or a hidden this or a hidden that or a good drop or something. This is the Secret Charity Fake Gallery, and holy crap, everything is expensive. Some of the best equipment in the game, most of which we're not buying. We can go buy the mithril mesh here for 250,000. Wizard's mail, which isn't very good for wizards, as you can see. It only has 10 magic. Let's see. Rare gauntlets aren't bad. I believe that's actually a shield. I don't know, are those gloves? Do we have gloves in this game? I think it's a shield. But yeah, look at all the stuff we can get. That is not the good tri-emblem. That's the tri-emblem. That's the cheap one that we were able to get before. This is a unique item for Ashton, just like the one that we were able to spend all of our money on way at the beginning of the game when we got him. It's still not very good, as you can see. It's an accessory, not a helmet. The magical rasp is the reason we're coming here. Now, the magical rasp does a couple different things. First thing, I don't want to spend that much money on it, so item, super specialty, identify all, give discount. But it says, if you take a look at the description there, that it will use in customizing and blacksmithing. Well, in customizing, what it does is that 85% chance that hit me in the last episode, where I was trying to get the default item and I couldn't get it because I couldn't get it on the first try. Well, if you have the magical rasp in your inventory, it becomes, I think, almost 100%, if not 100%. Otherwise, it's only 85% to get the default customization when using Orchestra. So that's what it does there. In blacksmithing, what it does is it changes the inventory of all the different items you can get using each individual mineral. So what it does is it allows us to get way better stuff. Okay, what else did I want to buy? I wanted to buy... Never mind. I was going to say that I wanted to buy some mithril helms, but I don't think I actually need those anymore. Even though they're better. Okay, so we got that. Now we're able to create some way better stuff. So, now that we've got that, we're going to want to head back over, because I'm going to have to end up buying more stuff before too long. As I said when we first got here, this is pretty much our base of operations where we'll be spending a lot of time with our item creation, just because the guy in there sells pretty much everything we need him to sell. And yeah, it's just simple and easy and all that stuff. So now that we've got that, we would like to start with rune metal. My notes are falling down. Alright, so super specialty, orchestra. Blacksmithing. Rune metal. Let's see if we can get the item that I want to get. And it looks like I may have done so. You want between 1 and 3 of these, depending on how many mages you plan on using. For this LP, I'm going to end up getting 3 of them, but I'll do the others off screen, so don't worry about that. Normally, you probably only want 1 if you want any at all. Okay, so the next thing we want to do is we want to get, we're going to pair it with Moonite. Here, again, we want between 1 and 3 of them, and please tell me I got it. Yes! Ishtar's robe's actually better than the Mirage robe, but the Mirage robe protects you against petrification, and so we'll want that in some specific situations. Next thing, let's restart that. This is the one that costs a lot, Damascus. All of the good stuff is available through Damascus. And this is the best one, the dual suit. You want between 1 and 3 of those, depending on who is in your party and who you plan on using. And this, we only need 1 or 2 of, depending on how we're going to do things. An Algol, however you want to pronounce that. Let's see, I'm going to save since that was all pretty good. And then there is actually one other thing we want to get out of that. So let's go back in there. At least one more good thing out of Damascus anyway. Let's see, blacksmithing. It's hiding from me. That's another one of the shields. Which, okay, fine. Now, get me the one I actually want. And that looks like it might be the dual helm. We want 2 of these, between 1 and 2, depending on who's in your party. I'll go into what we who wants to equip what once we're all finished doing all of this. Now that we've done that, we want to go back to Orchestra, Super Specialty Blacksmithing. We want to go back to Meteorite. Now that we've updated, got the magical rasp, we'll be able to get some different items through it, including Sylvan Boots, which I don't need. And let's see, can we get the thing that I want? That's not what I want. That's the Sylvan Helm. That doesn't do me any good at all. No. Let's see if we can get lucky without Orchestra playing. No, it's giving me the same junk. Okay, one moment. Okay, so we're back doing more of this, hoping to get what we actually want to get here. Again, not what we were going for. Let's hopefully we can grab it this time. And it looks like we have. We want to get 2 of the Sylvan Males. So I'll do the other one off screen. Do note that I actually missed something that was in my head that I was trying to get, but I forgot there. Let's see. We want to go back to, I believe it's Moonite. And it looks like here it is. Now, yeah, that's probably why my mind skipped over it. It's kind of sad that Isis used to be, you know, an Egyptian goddess of magic, and now it's, well, yeah. But you still want to grab 2 of those, and I already grabbed one off screen as I was buying more supplies there. Do note that every time you use blacksmithing, if I haven't been mentioning it, down in the bottom left corner, you use one smith's hammer, which you can buy right inside giveaway, as with pretty much everything else. So I'll get the other Sylvan male I need off screen. And so we're going to do Orchestra one more time. Get my timer going again. And we would like to work on Orichalca. And I have no idea what it's turning into, so let's try that again. Is this what I want? It is! The Odin's Helm! I want to get a second one of these as well. So I'm going to fill out all of the extras of this, that, and the other thing that I mentioned, and then I will see you in a moment. Okay, we're back, and I've done a whole bunch of stuff off screen, which involved well, let's just show you what I was doing here. Super specialties, set up Orchestra. You don't need Orchestra to do this if you're just trying to fish around to find things. Now that we've gotten all the good stuff set up, we need to do a lot of reproduction of healing items, a few accessories, and the like. So basically what I'm doing is I'm going and finding these things in there, either with or without Orchestra on, reproducing one of them, and then what I do is I'll go and I'll select new right here to move all of those items to the top of the list. Now I've already done this with everything save for that bottom item there. Now let's just go through what some of these things do. The Angel Statue, I think that heals 30% HP to everybody. Resurrection Mist, 100% restoration, revive. So we want to reproduce up to 20 of most of these base item things. Spring Water removes poison, petrification, and paralysis. Extension card doubles your experience if you use it in battle, so we want 20 of those. Herbal Oil restores 30% MP. Discovery card makes it more likely to get treasure. Forged metals we'll get into in a minute. Fairy Glass, if you use it in battle for, I think it's 30 seconds, you don't consume any MP, so that's useful if you're running low on MP. Spring, I still don't know what that does. I'm gonna have to double check that one. Stone Check, I'd like to get up to 4 of those. Dream Bracelet, we found this one in... Where did we get this? In the red crystal area, the... whatever that thing was called with Noel. Where we got the Synod, that area. The Rune Buckler, I believe we got that one back on disc 1 in the Sanctuary of Lingua. So we want to get 3 of those, 4 of those, 4 of those. Goddess Statue. Restores the MP of all your friends by 30%. That's good. That's just a failed attempt. And none of the other stuff matched. Oh yeah, the only other one that really mattered was the Rune Cap. And the Rune Cap, we want 3 of these for our mages. So I'm going to do all that reproduction off screen since there's no need for me to show you any of that stuff. However, there is one thing that we want to kind of show off. So I'm going to do some of the reproduction on my own time, and then I will see you in a moment when we can actually get this idea going. Okay, we're back again. Now, what I've done is I've reproduced the few things that I actually needed in order to fill out my gear, because it's time to go over all of the gear that we've been gathering, put it all into use, and see how powerful we've now become. First things first, the Eternal Sphere we created a few episodes back. Yes, they stole the name Eternal Sphere from his weapon to when they created Star Ocean 3, and that's what they called the plot spoiler that I'm not going to mention. If you played the third game, you know what I'm talking about. Dual Suit. Dual Suit prevents you from being stoned. It only has 300 defense. We already have access to battle suits that have more. But this is what I was saying before when I said we really don't need the battle suits in this game. We'll be using these, and if we're not using these, we'll be using armor that we get in the bonus dungeon after the end of the game. So yeah, these are basically the best armor you can get because so many enemies just use stone. It's a pain in the ass to have to take it off all the time. Star Guards. These shoot out stars when you're attacked. This is useful for a couple of reasons. One, there is a specific enemy that dies in one hit to those stars. Two, it does a little bit of damage and protects you from being taken advantage of by an enemy. No, so we don't want to take that off. But yeah, it's basically one of the best shields in the game. There is a couple others. Let's see here. The Mithril Shield, which we've created, it prevents paralysis. Only, I think, Claude and Ernest can use it, at least on this path. So you may want to create them. You can reproduce them if you want to, but I would just item create them because why not? The Odin's Helm. Now, this is a toss-up. You can go with the Odin's Helm, or you can go with something I have equipped on somebody else called the Dual Helm. The Dual Helm has a flat 100 defense, and the Odin Helm can only be equipped by Claude, Dias, and Ashton, I believe. But it gives you a whole bunch of other things. Guts and stamina are helpful anyway, so I figure it's a good toss-up. Bunny Shoes. They don't look all that great, but they impart incredible speed in combat, and this is insane levels of speed. So, if you want to get a reference, it's like White Rings back in Diablo 2. If anyone's played that, that's the difference level we're looking at here. But yeah, you run really, really fast with these things on. Allows you to get out of danger really quickly if you need to. I like them. There's only two pairs of boots I would rather use in the game, and we don't get those until the post-dungeon. Fairy Ring, Berserk Ring, exactly what we'd expect. The Pulse Box. The Eternal Sphere isn't his most powerful weapon if you go into post-game, but before post-game, it is by far his most powerful weapon. The Pulse Box is her second most powerful weapon in the game. The next one we won't be able to get for a little while. I think we need to gain a few more levels first. Sylvan Mail. It's the female equivalent of the Dual Suit and prevents you from being turned to stone. Again, Starguard. We just have the Jeans Helm for now because I'm going to get some other stuff later that will be better. But for the most part, we can get the Sylvan Helm that we got before, but it's not really better. In fact, I think that's one of the better helms you can get in the game for the females. I think Opera, Chisato, Pressus can use it, and I think that's it. I think it's the female warrior class, not the mages. Moonfist, again, not his best weapon in the game, but it's close to his best weapon, and it's the best one we can item create that's non-elemental, at least for now. So, Reflective Armor, I did not show myself getting this. I probably should have. This is Orichalcum. You need to do Orichalcum with the magical rasp that we've gotten, and do Blacksmithing. Now, this is one of, when I was filling out my supply, I happened to get one of these, so I didn't bother to show it on screen. The only reason he has this and not a dual suit is he can't use the dual suit. It's Bowman's biggest downside. The only way to protect him against being stoned or petrified or being inflicted with paralysis is through accessories. It's a real downside for him, unfortunately, but he makes up for it by being pretty powerful in his own right, so I still like him a little more than Pressus. But that's pretty much what we'll be using on him for a little while. Dual helm, like I said, it's just a flat 100 defense. It's the best helmet as far as pure defense you can get, so might as well. Bunny shoes, fairy ring, berserk ring. And our final character in our main party, Chisato. Yes, I do not have a healer. The psychic gun is the best gun she can get in the game. Her best weapon cannot be obtained until the bonus dungeon, so it's going to be her best one for now. As I mentioned before, any of your attacks, including the multiple hit killer moves, will sap some of her MP, so it's not really all that useful in that regard. But it is her most powerful by a long shot, and it's non-elemental, so I'll make do with her running out of MP for now. Sylvan Mail to prevent being stoned. Again, jeans helm, bunny shoes. Yep, pretty much all good there. Now over here we've got the invisible whip. It's not his most powerful weapon, neither is the twin tail. The best we can get more powerful elemental weapons right now, but his best weapon in the game is actually non-elemental and hits, I think, 3 times. But we're going to need a few more levels before we can get that as well. I didn't give him any special armor because I just don't really care. I will make him some better armor or just unequip my other characters if I plan on using him. He can also use the mithril shield, so I'm just going to give him that. He also has a dual helm, and I'll give him other stuff later. The Silver Moon, which we've already talked about, is not her best weapon in the game, but it's the best weapon she can get easily right now, and I don't want to bother item creating a slightly better one for her, considering by the time she needs more power in terms of magic than this, it will be post-game, and even then she'll be almost useless with it, just because this late in the game, mages are not recommended. Ishtar robes. Ishtar is the best robe in the game, at least that we can get before post-game. So 230 magic, very good. We duplicated the rune bucklers to prevent paralysis, the rune caps to cut MP cost, and high lace shoes I just bought. Again, same story with Leon as with Celine. Best weapon until post-game. Ishtar robe, rune, steel-toed boots because he has nothing better. As far as Reina goes, we have the Impressia, or I'm guessing she wants to be an empress, that's why that's named that way. Oops, no. Ishtar robe, rune buckler, rune hide. Now, there is one other one that I made here, the Mirage robe. This one has lots of different stats, some elemental protection, but more importantly, it protects them from being stoned. So I made 3 of these for pretty much one specific situation. I probably will only end up using 1, so I didn't need to make 3, but I figure I might as well. Anyway, I believe that's pretty much all the items that we need to go over and why we have them and how powerful they are and how to make them. So that's pretty much all for now. In between episodes, I will be item creationing and reproducing all of the other items that I went over. I'll try and remember to put a list in the video description. If I don't, and you've noticed it, just post a comment and I'll remember to put them in if you remind me. Anyway, that's all for this one. I'm going to run over to Reina's Path real quick here. Stop that. And let's see. That looks like the most recent one. And we'll just do a quick little note about Diaz here. This is his best weapon until post-game. I haven't done any of the other item creation on this path yet. Best weapon until non-post-game. And best weapon, period. And that's not your best weapon, but again, he has 2 different ways you can go with him. One is the magic route, one is the physical route. He's not particularly good at either, so I gave him the weapon that's not particularly good at either, and I'm probably just going to leave it at that. You're the same, you're the same, you're the same. Okay, yeah, that's pretty much all there is for that. Yeah. So next time we'll have reproduced all of those other items and gotten all things all ready to go. That's all for this one, and I'll see you guys next time.